Hey everyone, it's Donna-Marie and my son Jack back on camera again, and we are going to do a really great salad recipe for you today. Just before the pandemic hit, we had a fantastic book come into Relish that we were going to do a wonderful class on called Eat More Plants by Desiree Nelson. We have the book available in store if you would like to order a copy online. Desiree is a registered dietitian out of Vancouver, and she really talks about the importance of incorporating more plant-based meals into your diet. So I thought in terms of a recipe this week, it'd be really great to be able to talk about a good healthy recipe that we can make at home. Okay, so this recipe is a chickpea salad recipe. And there's different kinds of chickpeas. A lot of people are buying canned chickpeas right now. So the stores are getting very low on canned chickpeas. So I'm going to talk about how to use the dried chickpeas because there seems to be lots of dried chickpeas on the store shelf. And they're much more flavorful and way more economical to use them, but you do have to do a little bit of work ahead of time. So there's two ways of getting, three ways actually, of getting chickpeas ready for a recipe. And I will put all of those specific ways in our recipe blog. But the thing that you have to do is you need to soak them and cook them first. So there's the long soak, which is to put them in a big bowl of water, cover them really well with water, at least 2 inches over the chickpeas, and let them soak overnight. And then there's the quick soak method, which is to, again, put them in a big pot this time, cover them with a good 2 inches of water, bring them to a boil, let them cook for 1 minute, turn the water off, and let them sit in that water for 1 hour. That means that they need to, in both methods, they need to be cooked. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Okay, so my chickpeas have been cooked. I cooked them after they had soaked overnight. I brought them to a boil and I cooked them for about 45 minutes. They're really nice and tender. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to drain them now. And that chickpea water to vegans, if you are vegan, is really important. That's called aquafaba, and vegans will use that as a egg white replacement when you're making things like meringues and pavlovas and things like that. So really good nutrition there. I won't need that aquafaba today, but I have my chickpeas ready to go. All right, we're gonna now get the rest of the salad ready. Okay, we're going to start by getting our salad ready. So I have some virgin olive oil here, and I'm adding a little bit to my pan. I've got a little bit in there, so I'm just going to add a little bit more. Desiree talks about all the different oils that you should be using in your cooking, and virgin and extra virgin olive oil are one of them, full of vitamins A and K and phytochemicals, and those are really important things in overall everyday health. I've got a couple of garlic cloves that I chopped up earlier, so I'm going to add those in. Garlic only needs about 30 seconds to cook because we don't want to burn it. That's when it gets very bitter. So we're only going to give it about 30 seconds. And then I'm going to add in my chickpeas. All right, so we're going to add in our chickpeas here, and we're going to saute those in that. And I've got some really good dried herbs and seasonings that we're adding to this from our organic fair ones. So I've got some turmeric, some coriander, and some cumin. So we're going to add these in. The turmeric especially is really, it's got some very good oils, some that are super important, and we'll add a teaspoon of cumin, ground cumin here, okay? So let's stir all of those into the chickpeas, and we're going to saute those for just a couple of minutes. What happens when you add those dried seasonings in now is adding them in at this point, it releases all the natural oils in those dried seasonings, and brings out all those good healthy properties of the herbs. So this is when we add them. It's not really a great idea to add them in, well, it's still fine, but it's much better to add them when they can cook in some oil and allows them to release their natural oil, so you'll get much more flavor out of the dried herbs and seasonings this way. Okay, so while my chickpeas are just sauteing very gently, and I'll probably just slip back, I'm gonna make the salad dressing for you. So let's start with our ingredients. We have some Dijon mustard, we have some freshly squeezed lemon juice, we have some extra virgin olive oil, some red wine vinegar, and some maple syrup. So we're gonna put this together. All right, so important things when we're making a salad dressing. Mustard and the maple syrup are what are known as the emulsifiers. So they're gonna help pull that salad dressing together. So I have the mustard in here, about a half a teaspoon. I'm gonna add about the same amount of maple syrup just for some natural sweetening. You can leave that out if you prefer to have it more vinegary. Okay, then we're going to add in our lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lemon juice, and I will blend that together first. And then we're going to add in our red wine vinegar. I've got my beautiful red wine vinegar from Italy here, and I need to add a tablespoon of red wine vinegar. So this is a really beautiful one that we have on our store shelf at Relish, the Italian red wine vinegar that's just absolutely, you can eat it by the spoonful, that's how lovely it is. All right, so we've got all the acidity in there now. And now I'm going to add in my extra virgin olive oil. This is the place where we want to save that really good stuff. When we cook with the other one, the virgin olive oil, that's the place to use it. I'm going to use my extra virgin olive oil for the salad dressing. This is the organic one from Serafino Foods that we use, that we love, from Italy. I'm going to add that one at a time. I'll just add the tablespoon and I'm going to give it a good whisk. Get up off the... Okay, blend that first one in. All right, and I'll do the second one. Second tablespoon. And I think what I'll do is, well, I'll do the pour and whisk at the same time. All right, so that's our dressing that we're going to be able to put on our salad. I'm going to just season that with some really good kosher salt, sea salt if you have it, another great option as well, and some a grind of pepper in here. If you are using unsalted chickpeas, use the full half teaspoon. If you're using regular canned chickpeas, reduce your salt. The last thing, my chickpeas are almost all done. I'm just going to add some chopped sun-dried tomatoes into this hot chickpea mixture and just let those sort of cook around for about 30 seconds or so. And now we're ready to assemble our salad. Okay, our chickpeas are cooked, our dressing is made, now it's time to assemble the salad. And I love all the ingredients that she's put into this one, because there's some things in here that we might not usually think of when we're making a salad. So the first thing is parsley. She's got a lot of parsley in this salad. And you know, parsley I feel is one of those sort of unforgotten herbs, and it makes a great green in a salad. We don't always have to think of lettuce and spinach and arugula. Parsley is fantastic. You always buy a big bunch, and if you don't use it up, what are you going to do with it? So let's add it to the salad. We're just using the whole leaves. I'm just trimming them from the stems. I'm not including a lot of stems, but hang on to your stems. Put them in your stock bag, put them in your freezer. They make for great components as part of a stock. Okay, baby spinach. We're gonna use some baby spinach here, and we're gonna chop it up. Rather than leaving it whole, we're gonna chop it up. So you just sort of assemble the leaves together as much as you can, give them a little roll, and then we're just gonna cut them crosswise into ribbons, okay? And I'll add those into the salad bowl as well. Cherry tomatoes. We've got some lovely colored cherry tomatoes, red and yellow ones, and I'm just slicing them in half, and I'm gonna pop them into my salad bowl here. About a cup of cherry tomatoes, 2 cups of parsley, and 2 cups of spinach. All right, everything's ready to go into the salad now. I am just going to grab my spoon that I need to put this into the salad. So our chickpeas are still warm, and that's okay because it's going to wilt the salad, or wilt the spinach greens a little bit, which is going to be really pretty. So I've got my warm chickpeas here. I'm going to pour the dressing over top, fabulous, and I'm going to toss this all together to make this beautiful salad. And it's a good idea, I'm going to just go back to those chickpeas for a sec. If you make a big bag of chickpeas, I kept my little baggie out here because you can freeze them. Once they're cooked, freeze leftover chickpeas, and you can put them into hummus, you can put them into stews, you can put them into chilies, you can put them into curries, and you've got lots of chickpeas to work with. I like to freeze them in 2 bag components, and then I've always got, or 2 cup components, and then I've always got it to work with. All right, I'm gonna serve this up, and then we'll just finish up with our salad here. All right. Here we go. Spoon it out onto a beautiful platter. Don't always think of the bowl, think of a platter as a great way to serve up a salad. Okay. Gorgeous salad. All right, that is our chickpea, sun-dried, and tomato parsley salad from Eat More Plants. All right, the last thing before we finish this salad is our delicious raw walnuts that we're gonna top this with. Walnuts are full of omega-3s and oleic acid and important vitamins and minerals such as zinc and iron, so it's a great way to finish it off. So that is our beautiful salad. Thank you, Eat More Plants, for this great recipe. We'll see you in the kitchen again soon.